Welcome to today's deep dive. If you're listening, you are probably an active woman who really wants the absolute best cosmetics for your skin.
Right.
Yeah,
And you're probably putting a lot of effort into it.
exactly. I mean, you hit the gym, you're showering constantly, and then you're doing this intense multi-step skincare routine.
Because you want that perfect, healthy glow.
Right. But if you've looked at any beauty products lately, there is this buzzword plastered on everything, microbiome friendly.
Oh, it is everywhere. You literally cannot walk down a skincare aisle without seeing it.
So our mission today is really to translate this complex kind of hyped up world of the skin microbiome into something you can actually use, like an actionable daily routine.
Yeah, we need to know if this is just another marketing buzzword destined for the recycling bin, or if it actually means something.
And spoiler alert, it means a lot. We are basing today's deep dive on some incredible source material, a masterclass by Dr. Ari Masudi,
He has such a fascinating background. He was actually a researcher in regenerative medicine.
which is heavy, hard science.
Exactly. But now he is a business consultant for the beauty industry.
So he sees both sides. He knows the biology, but he also knows how these companies are selling things to you.
And his core thesis is it's a total paradigm shift. He says modern biology is shifting skincare from this sort of war against microbes to ecosystem management.
Wait, a war against microbes?
Yeah, I mean, for decades, the goal was to sterilize the face. Kill all the bacteria, get that squeaky clean feeling.
Oh, that tight feeling after you wash your face. We all thought that meant it was working.
Right, but that's actually the feeling of your skin's ecosystem dying. The goal shouldn't be a sterile wall. It should be creating conditions where the right microbes can thrive.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because before we can even talk about which cosmetics you should buy, we have to change how we visualize our skin entirely.
Yes, you have to stop thinking of your skin as a passive barrier. It is a living city.
A living city.
Literally, think of it as a massive continent divided into completely different climate zones.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what are the zones?
Well, you have your oily zones, right? The forehead, the nose, your upper chest.
The classic T-zone.
Exactly. And biologically, these are like humid jungles. They're dominated by a specific bacteria called Cutibacterium.
Okay, what else?
Then you have the moist folds, places like your armpits or the creases of your elbows.
Like tropical wetlands.
Perfect analogy. Those areas host totally different species, like Corynebacterium and Staphylococcus.
So the face and the armpits are jungles and wetlands. What about the rest of the body? Like my arms and legs?
Those are the drier zones. They're more like arid plains.
I'm guessing not a lot grows there.
Actually, the community is sparser, but it's incredibly diverse. There are over 300 different bacterial species just living in those dry zones.
So wait, these dominant bacteria, they're essentially the city's essential workers, right?
That's a great way to put it. They aren't just passive squatters taking up space.
Right, they're actually doing job, or producing antimicrobial peptides, modulating inflammation, dealing with sebum.
They are constantly working.
But I need to ask, so we were literally made of bacteria. It's not just stuff sitting on us that we can scrub off. It's actually part of the organ.
Yes, exactly. The microbiome is not an optional extra. It literally is the skin itself.
That is wild. Okay, so if the skin is a living city, what controls the climate? How do we keep the essential workers happy?
There is one number that changes everything, and that is your skin's pH.
Just the pH.
Yeah. Healthy skin is distinctly acidic. It naturally sits at a pH of about 4.5 to 5,
So it's an acidic climate.
which is brilliant because that acidity keeps bad pathogens in check, and it drives the enzyme activity that builds your lipid barrier.
So the good guys like the acid and the bad guys hate it.
Exactly. But here's the problem. Think about a classic bar of natural Marseille soap.
Oh, people love that stuff. It feels so pure and traditional.
Right, but a classic bar of Marseille soap has a pH of 9 to 10.
Wait, really? 9 or 10?
Yes, it is incredibly alkaline.
Oh my gosh. I think we constantly equate natural with good.
We do. But every time you use that soap, you temporarily alkalinize your skin. You are literally killing beneficial bacteria and causing this low-grade disruption.
So that tight feeling, we are basically burning down our own acid mantle.
You're destroying the climate. And it's not just traditional soap. It's harsh surfactants like sodium lauryl sulfate SLS.
Which is in, like, everything that foams.
Yeah, and even some gentle micellar waters can disrupt your pH if you leave them on.
This is such a huge takeaway for you listening right now. You can go to the pharmacy, buy cheap pH test strips, and test your favorite cleanser tonight?
I highly recommend doing that.
Because if it's above a pH 7 and you use it daily, you really need to question it.
Definitely. Because when you break that balance, you enter a state called dysbiosis.
Dysbiosis. That
Yes.
sounds bad.
It is. So what happens when opportunistic bad actors rush in to fill the void you created by stripping the skin?
So what does that actually look like? Are we talking about breakouts?
Yes. A lot of common skin conditions are actually microbial imbalances. They aren't just, bad skin.
Okay, let's talk about acne. Because for active women, sweating a lot, acne is a huge issue.
Right. So acne isn't just generic bacteria. It's a specific strain called Cutibacterium acnes type IA1.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, when your sebum increases, this specific strain proliferates wildly, and that triggers the inflammation and the breakout.
And what about eczema? I know so many people struggling with atopic dermatitis right now.
Eczema is fascinating. It's driven by an overgrowth of a bacteria called Staphylococcus aureus.
Okay, I'm a bad actor.
Right. And usually a good bacteria called Staphylococcus epidermidis keeps it totally in check.
Oh, so they fight each other.
Exactly. But if you weaken the good bacteria with harsh cleansers, the bad one overgrows and you get eczema.
That is mind-blowing.
And it gets weirder. The source even mentions rosacea.
Oh, I've heard rosacea is related to mites.
Yes, Demodex mites. They live naturally in your pores, but during dysbiosis, they carry a bacteria called Bacillus oleronius.
Okay.
And that specific bacteria is what triggers the massive redness and inflammation in rosacea.
So what does this all mean for our listener? If you have acne, your first instinct is to buy a super aggressive antibacterial wash.
Which is the worst thing you can do.
Because you're aggressively stripping the skin.
Yeah.
You're killing the good strains too, which just creates a vicious cycle.
You are wiping out your own defenders.
So if you're dealing with persistent issues, you have to audit your routine. Are you stacking retinoids and acids and destroying your natural defenders?
Probably. And there are hidden disruptors everywhere in our daily cosmetics.
Okay, let's name names. What are the disruptors causing this slow erosion?
Well, we mentioned SLS, but you also need to look out for broad-spectrum preservatives, things like MIT and MCIT,
Wait, what do those stand for?
methylisethiozolenone and its relatives, also parabens,
Ah, okay. The usual suspects.
and triclosan. It's an antibacterial that is so bad it's actually highly restricted in the EU now.
Wow.
And don't forget high alcohol formulations, like ethanol or isopropanol.
Because they just nuke the ecosystem.
Exactly. And external things matter too, like UV exposure and pollution.
Okay, but how are we supposed to navigate this? I can't read every tiny chemical name on a label at Sephora.
Dr. Masoudi has a great hack for this. He suggests using cosmetic scanner apps.
Click which one?
He specifically mentions an app called Beauty Decoded. It was developed by a French plastic surgeon, Dr. Sylvain David.
Oh, that's incredibly practical. But how do we verify if a product is actually microbiome friendly? Because there's no legal regulation for that term, right?
There is zero regulatory definition, so you have to be your own advocate.
Okay, give me the checklist.
First, the pH must be 4.5 to 5.5.
Got it.
Second, no broad-spectrum antimicrobials. Third, no SLS as the primary face surfactant.
Okay. And what should be in it?
It needs barrier supports, things like ceramides, hyaluronic acid, or niacinamide to help rebuild the city walls.
Are there specific brands leading the way on this? Because the source mentioned a few pioneers.
Yes, definitely look into Galenay,
Okay.
created by Dr. Marie Drago. Also, La Roche-Posay, specifically worked by Laetitia Toupé.
Oh, I love La Roche-Posay.
Mother Dirt is another big one, along with TULA and Aurelia London.
Okay, so those are safe bets. But I want to pivot because it's not just about what to avoid anymore. The industry is pushing all these new biotic ingredients.
Yes, the Cosmebiotic.
Pre, pro, and postbiotics. It's like we are turning our faces into yogurt.
It really does sound like that.
And we need to demystify this. Are these genuine innovations or just marketing noise? Let's start with prebiotics.
Prebiotics are genuine. They are basically substrates or food that feed your beneficial bacteria.
So it's just fertilizer for the good guy?
Exactly. We're talking about ingredients like inulin, FOS, and beta-glucans.
Okay, that makes total sense. Now, probiotics. This is where I get skeptical. Probiotic skincare. Are there actually live bacteria swimming in my face cream?
Almost never. In cosmetics, probiotics are mostly inactivated bacterial extracts.
Dead bacteria.
Yes, mostly strains like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium.
Okay.
Because if they were alive, you'd have to keep your face cream in the fridge.
Right. So if they're dead, how do they work?
They work through signaling, not colonization.
Oh, I think of it like this. If live bacteria are are the construction workers building the city. These inactivated extracts are like sending the blueprints to the site.
That is a brilliant analogy, yes. The cell walls are broken, but the receptors on your skin still read the structural blueprint and react by calming inflammation.
Okay, that's actually super clever. Now, the source did mention one exception about live probiotics, right?
Yes, there are rare exceptions. Dr. Farzana Rezai from Fafobiotic LLC has actually mastered formulating with live probiotics, but it is very difficult to do.
Good to know. And finally, what are postbiotics?
Postbiotics are the metabolic byproducts. It's what the bacteria produce after they eat,
So, bacterial waste.
basically.
Yeah.
And the most famous one is lactic acid.
Wait, lactic acid? People
Yeah.
use that all the time as an exfoliant.
Yes, it's a multifunctional hero. The good bacteria produce lactic acid naturally to maintain that low pH environment we talked about.
Oh, wow. So when we use lactic acid, we're just helping the bacteria do their job.
Precisely. You are maintaining the acid mantle.
Okay, so we've fixed our topical routine, but Dr. Masudi makes it clear that putting stuff on the outside only takes you so far, right?
Right, because your skin is directly wired to your gut, the gut-skin axis.
I feel like we hear about the gut microbiome all the time, but how does it change in my face?
It's incredible. Studies show that taking specific oral strains changes your skin physically,
Like what?
like oral L. reuteri and L. brevis. They literally improve your skin's hydration from the inside out.
That's amazing.
And oral L. pericaceae actually reduces your skin's sensitivity to UV rays.
Wait, a gut probiotic makes you less sensitive to the sun?
Yes, it's all connected. And lifestyle matters too. Stress drives dysbiosis. Eating fiber and fermented foods like kefir and kimchi boosts your diversity.
And spending time outdoors. Just being outside exposes you to good microbes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the ultimate action plan. Dr. Masudi's advice really boils down to a minimalist routine.
Less is more. Here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. You want the best cosmetics, but the highest end routine is actually about doing less.
Way less.
Let's lay it out. What is the perfect morning routine?
Morning is simple. A gentle pH-balanced cleanser, a hydrating serum with ceramides or niacinamide, and a non-negotiable sunscreen.
Because UV rays disrupt the microbiome.
Exactly. Don't let the sun kill your bacteria.
And at night,
Evening is a gentle cleanse, maybe one targeted treatment, don't layer 5 acids on top of each other, and a barrier-supporting moisturizer with a pre- or postbiotic.
it's so simple. To wrap this up, let's give the listener Dr. Masudi's 5-point audit for their beauty cabinet.
Let's do it.
Number 1, check your cleanser's pH. If it's not under 7, ditch it.
Number 2, scan your top 3 daily products on an app like Beauty Decoded to check for disruptors.
Number 3, look for at least one biotic ingredient in your moisturizer.
Number 4, ditch the daily antibacterials. Stop sterilizing your face.
And number 5, add one lifestyle input. Eat some fermented food or literally just spend some time outdoors.
Skincare is no longer a war against your body. It's a partnership with the trillions of microbes already working to protect you.
Exactly. Look at your beauty cabinet tonight, not as a chemical lab, but as an ecosystem management toolkit.
Treat the essential workers well, and they will keep the city thriving.
I love that. But I do want to leave you with one final kind of provocative thought before we go.
Lay it on me.
We just established that our skin microbiome thrives on exposure to environmental diversity, right? Like dirt and time spent outdoors.
Yeah, nature is the best medicine for it.
But think about how we live today. We are increasingly indoors. Our lives are hyper-sanitized. We live in climate-controlled boxes.
That's true. We are very sealed off.
So if we keep living like this, how is that going to fundamentally alter human evolution?
Oh, wow.
Over the next century, if we never touch wild microbe, are the very structure and defenses of our skin going to permanently change?
We might just lose that natural armor entirely.
It's a slightly terrifying thought, something for you to mull over next time you're deciding whether to go for a hike or stay on the couch. Thanks for taking a dive with us.